Hello, it's Sarah from South Fayette Township Library, and this video is an instructional video to teach you how to make the book page flowers that come in the book page flower kit available at South Fayette Township Library and Bridgeville Public Library. These are 3 book page flowers that I've made, and they were so much fun to make, I thought that I would share them with you. You can put them on a stem like this and make a bouquet, or I just saw on Etsy, somebody made a ton of these book page flowers and glued them to a wreath form, and they have a book page flower wreath, which looks like a very fun project. What you're going to get for this kit is 12 book pages. You're going to use 4 book pages for each flower, so in the end you'll be able to make 3 separate flowers. And you're going to get 3 of these cookie sticks for stems, and they're sold at Michael's or Joann's. You can get them online. You're going to need to provide a pair of scissors and a hot glue gun. I have mine right here to the side. I'm using a paper plate with a nice rim. Look at how messy it is already, and that would be a mess on your table if you didn't have a paper plate. Let's get started. We're going to work with 1 page at a time, and the first step is going to be making a square out of these 4 book pages. So we're going to do that by making a triangle and cutting off the top portion. And this is the beginning fold in many origami projects as well. So we have a square, and we're going to repeat that with our other 3 book pages here. All right, I have my 4 squares. And now I'm going to take each square and I'm going to fold it back up along that center line. And I'm going to fold it again into a smaller triangle and fold it again. This next step is very important. It's really important that you hold your paper with this folded part to the right, or it's just not going to come out correctly. So this is one of the most important parts of the whole project. You can see that these don't line up perfectly. That's all going to get cut off, so you don't have to worry about that so much. What we're going to do now is, do you remember making a heart shape in school? We're going to do that, and we're just going to cut off the very tip. And when you open it up, it looks like a flower already. And the hole in the center is going to make it easier for a step that we're going to do later. Now we're going to repeat this exact same process with our remaining 3 squares. Okay, so now we have 4 shapes like this. And I'm going to say that this has 8 petals. And that's important because in this next step, we're going to be cutting some of the petals off. In my first flower shape, I'm going to cut off 1 single petal. This is going to be the very outside of your flower, and this is going to be the very inside of your flower. So set that aside. In the next flower, we're going to cut off 2 petals, and we're going to set those aside. In the next flower shape, we're going to cut out 3 petals. And in our very last flower shape, we're going to cut 4 petals off, cut half. This time, we're only going to keep 1 of these, and we can trash this one. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 petals on 7 different shapes. Take your largest one, the one that has 7 petals, and what we're going to do is we're going to overlap the last 2 petals. See how we're making kind of a cone shape? We're going to hot glue those together. That will be the outside of your flower. Go to your very next one in line. It has 6 petals, and we're going to overlap them too. And we're going to keep going on down the line. When you get down to 2 petals, it's nice to take the cookie stick that you're going to use as the stem and just roll up, kind of prime it for what you're going to do with the glue. And especially when you get down to one petal, you're going to want to do that. Okay, now we're going to go back to our largest shape here, and we're going to use the cookie stick, and we're going to roll each of the petals, and we're going to do that to all the shapes that we've made. And now we're going to put it all together. We're going to take our largest piece and our next to the largest piece, and we're going to glue them together. And I'm going to do that by putting the glue on the pointy edge. I'm going to glue it right in the middle. I like to make sure the petals alternate with the outside and the inside, and I'm just going to hold it together for a second. And I'm going to get my next largest shape. The flower. Voila, it's done. I think they're beautiful. They're so interesting. If you're a book lover like I am, they're just so much fun. What I'm going to do is put the stem on next. And this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to take one of my pieces of paper from the very first step when we made the square, and I'm going to cut a strip. Just going to put some glue on the stick. I'm just going to wrap this around the stick, and I have these two pieces sticking out, and they're going to just kind of increase the surface area for gluing the flower to the stem. Put a little glue on the top. Okay, I might just do that again, which is what I love, is that this craft is very forgiving when it comes to certain parts. So I didn't go high enough to do what I wanted to do to reinforce the bottom of the flower, because I think this is a really good one to get that flower to stay. See that? And that kind of does look like the bottom of a rose. You can do that again with another piece of paper, and voila, you have a book page flower. I hope you enjoy making them as much as I do. Thank you so much. Have a great day.